Welcome to Luna Today. My name's Steve, aka So Sick. Can you believe we're actually in a studio? We're sitting here. I've got all my paperwork done. Everything is working out. And this is because you have been following the Luna Lifestyle page. So make sure you do that. Luna Lifestyle page and see all the content that we have. And like I said, my name's Steve, aka So Sick. I'll be your host for the next 2 hours as we go into the nitty-gritty of everything that you need to know about and things that you thought you didn't need to know, but you still do know. Hope you've been having a good week. I know I have. I mean, this is a week where, we start learning more about each other, The end of the month depends on who your friends are. So if you're going to call your friend and the first thing that you ask for is money or whatever it is, maybe this is when you decide who your real friends are. Because okay, when this guy calls, he's not asking for money, but when he does ask for money, he probably needs it, so I'm going to send it to him. But are you that person from the first of the month to the end of the month? Every time you call, people ignore it because all you do is ask for stuff? Maybe evaluate yourself this week. Maybe try it and hold it in so that you don't be considered as that person who begs a lot. Be an uncle, not a yama. All right, so Luna Today is basically a new show. I mean, you've never seen a show like this before. There's so many things packaged for you on the show, and you get informed, educated, entertained, and sometimes a little chuckle here and there, yeah? So let's give you a rundown of some of the things that are coming up today. So we have Luna Today, we'll be discussing a few things about allergies. There's a point in my life where I was sitting somewhere and I kissed someone on the lips. Later on, they were in ICU and I had no idea what that happened. Why were they in ICU? Well, some of the things we talk about in Luna Today are going to let you know about that. Because today we're talking about allergies. Yes, what allergies do your kids have? Do you have? And we'll talk about lunchtime. I sat with Lombechiti. She thinks I can't cook. So I took her to the kitchen and we found out how you can cook foods by just adding everything. Change your palate, change what's happening in your mouth, you know what I mean? And then after that, we have what's popping. Entertainment world is buzzing, my friend. Buzzing. And if you've been watching Deadpool and Wolverine have made it so easy for you to go back into time and find out all the classic songs. Well, some of the classic songs have made it to the Billboard top 20, and you find out that on What's Poppin' Ilelanga, probably brought to you by Steve So Sick and Movie. That's me. And then if you're a person who likes smart gadgets, don't worry, we got Digital Digest up for you. And today we're going to sample Alexa. You know about Siri, right? Do you know about Alexa? Are you going to be having an affair with Siri when you meet Alexa? I promise you, you will. Because these two ladies are fine, and they'll let you know how Alexa is going to change your life. And Makasa is going to let you know, delve deep into it, which one you should buy and why you should get that Alexa. So we unpackage an Alexa today. And other things that you need to know, all the things that you do, like the knots in your tie, how you tie your shoelaces. We've got Do It Yourself with Chi-Chi, who's going to let you know a few tidbits of what you need to do. I mean, a lot of people are complaining about, hey, I need to make money, I don't have a skill. But sometimes these skills were taught to you by your grandparents, by your mothers, but you ignored them. All you want is that degree, that master's, but be a master of your own destiny. And Chi-Chi lets you know how you can do it in simple do-it-yourself tips. And right now we're jumping into a segment where people are telling me you need to exfoliate. You need to use all these things on your face. How many facials can you have, for crying out loud? Well, Mayuya, the beautypreneur, lets us know in our GFD, our Glam Flam guide today, and she gives you another facial that you need to check out. Let's start with Luna Lifestyle TV's Luna Today.
Hey guys, it's your girl Mayuya, the beautypreneur, and this is GFG segment, which I absolutely love. Today I am at Glanville Beauty Spas and I will be doing a facial treatment. So I'm inviting you guys to come on this journey with me. So the treatment I'm doing today is something I've never done before, but I've heard amazing reviews about, and it's something that actually goes with my skin goals. So I'm someone who struggled with acne for a very long time. I've struggled with dark spots, I've struggled with blackheads, I've struggled with whiteheads, I've struggled with all of that stuff. So to get to a place that I'm at right now is actually a good place. But I actually feel I could get to an even better place. So I'm gonna be doing this treatment, and it's called an algae peel. I'm hoping to get amazing results from it because I'm told the results speak for themselves. So let's go, guys. So for starters, we're beginning the treatment with a skin analysis, and this is where the therapist actually checks my skin and sees what kind of skin I have, what type of skin I have. Is it a normal skin? Is it an oily skin? Is it a combination skin? She's also checking to see if I have any whiteheads, blackheads. How are my pores? Are they open? Are they large? Are they enlarged? And all of that stuff. So when she's done, she now proceeds and just cleanses my skin. So she's cleaning it off, she's getting rid of all the bacteria that may be sitting on the skin, and just ensuring that the face is fresh and ready for the treatment. So pretty much she's just going to be using the peel, the algae peel on my face, and not as many products as you would assume this treatment would actually take. So the first sensation that I have is actually a pricking sensation. The moment she just applies the product on my face, I actually feel this prickling sensation, and I'm told I should also expect an increase in the heat. I should also expect a reddening, so my skin is actually going to turn red, and that is very normal and is part of the treatment process. So the face will become sensitive to touch, and it will subside later after the treatment is done. So at least I'm told what I should expect, and I'm geared, I guess. I'm geared. And to think there's a massage. Oh my gosh. I'm actually scared.
Just for 5 minutes.
Okay. So this treatment has a lot of benefits, which is why I'm still here. I'm still lying here despite whatever pain I'm feeling at the moment. This treatment increases cell renewal, and it also refines enlarged pores. I actually struggle with that. You could see from the beginning of the video when I did my analysis. And then it treats and reduces acne breakouts. I think I've dealt with the acne, and now I'm dealing with like the spots, you know. So this is great for me because I want to get rid of those. That is elimination of hyperpigmentation. And then it's also great for exfoliation. You know, it reduces dark circles around the eyes, so I don't get to look so tired and have two different tones on my skin. It slows down the production of sebum or oil. I'm not that oily, but I could do away with the rest of the oil anyway. It boosts skin radiance. Amazing. I'm all about the glow, honey. It unifies and mattifies the complexion, so I absolutely love that. It also, you know, improves sun damage and reduces wrinkles and improves the appearance of saggy skin. Of course, I want to look younger, so I had to do this. And then there's a reduction of scars. and, you know, improves blood circulation. So it's actually an amazing treatment because it has all of these benefits, and I'm here for it.
I'm asking myself, will it get any worse than this? Melanie?
Huh?
Is it gonna get worse than this?
While you're waiting to get a big quiz.
Wow. Don't go there. Okay, I don't want to think about the pain, because if I think about it, I'll probably back off and just say, you know what, take it out even before it's time. But I do feel like a sting. So they say it kind of feels like shattered glass. And I feel it. And right now that she stopped rubbing, it's not as bad. But it was really bad when she was massaging it. I think towards after 3 to 5 minutes it got worse. So yeah, I'm feeling the pain, I'm feeling the stinging.
Welcome to Luna Today. My name's Steve, aka So Sick. Can you believe we're actually in a studio? We're sitting here. I've got all my paperwork done. Everything is working out. And this is because you have been following the Luna Lifestyle page. So make sure you do that. Luna Lifestyle page and see all the content that we have. Like I said, my name's Steve, aka So Sick. I'll be your host for the next 2 hours as we go into the nitty-gritty of everything that you need to know about and things that you thought you didn't need to know, but you still do know. Hope you've been having a good week. I know I have. I mean, this is a week where, we start learning more about each other, The end of the month depends on who your friends are. So if you're going to call your friend and the first thing that you ask for is money or whatever it is, maybe, this is when you decide who your real friends are. Because okay, when this guy calls, he's not asking for money, but when he does ask for money, he probably needs it, so I'm going to send it to him. But are you that person from the first of the month to the end of the month, every time you call, people ignore it because all you do is ask for stuff? Maybe evaluate yourself this week. Maybe try it and hold it in so that you don't be considered as that person who begs a lot. Be an uncle, not a yama. All right, so Luna Today is basically a new show. I mean, you've never seen a show like this before. There's so many things packaged for you on the show, and you get informed, educated, entertained, and sometimes a little chuckle here and there, yeah? So let's give you a rundown of some of the things that are coming up today. So we have Luna Today, we'll be discussing a few things about allergies. There's a point in my life where I was sitting somewhere and I kissed someone on the lips. Later on, they were in ICU and I had no idea what that happened. Why were they in ICU? Well, some of the things we talk about in Luna Today are going to let you know about that. Because today we're talking about allergies. Yes, what allergies do your kids have? Do you have? And we'll talk about lunchtime. I sat with Lombe Chiti. She thinks I can't cook. So I took her to the kitchen and we found out how you can cook foods by just adding everything. Change your palate, change what's happening in your mouth, you know what I mean? And then after that, we have what's popping. Entertainment world is buzzing, my friend. Buzzing. And if you've been watching Deadpool and Wolverine have made it so easy for you to go back into time and find out all the classic songs. Well, some of the classic songs have made it to the Billboard top 20, and you find out that on What's Poppin' Ilelanga, probably brought to you by Steve So Sick and Ngobe. That's me. And then if you're a person who likes smart gadgets, don't worry, we got Digital Digest up for you. And today we're going to sample Alexa. You know about Siri, right? Do you know about Alexa? Are you going to be having an affair with Siri when you meet Alexa? I promise you, you will. Because these two ladies are fine, and they'll let you know how Alexa is going to change your life. And Makasa is going to let you know, delve deep into it, which one you should buy. and why you should get that Alexa. So we unpackage an Alexa today. And other things that you need to know, all the things that you do, like the knots in your tie, how you tie your shoelaces. We've got Do It Yourself with Chi-Chi, who's going to let you know a few tidbits of what you need to do. I mean, a lot of people are complaining about, hey, I need to make money, I don't have a skill. But sometimes these skills were taught to you by your grandparents, by your mothers, but you ignored them. All you want is that degree, that master's, but be a master of your own destiny. And Chi-Chi lets you know how you can do it in simple do-it-yourself tips. And right now we're jumping into a segment where people are telling me you need to exfoliate. You need to use all these things on your face. How many facials can you have, for crying out loud? Well, Mayuya, the beautypreneur, lets us know in our GFD, our Glam Flam guide today, and she gives you another facial that you need to check out. Let's start with Luna Lifestyle TV's Doing It Today.
Hey guys, it's your girl Mayuya, the beautypreneur, and this is GFG segment, which I absolutely love. Today I am at Glanville Beauty Spas and I will be doing a facial treatment. So I'm inviting you guys to come on this journey with me. So the treatment I'm doing today is something I've never done before, but I've heard amazing reviews about, and it's something that actually goes with my skin goals. So I'm someone who struggled with acne for a very long time. I've struggled with dark spots, I've struggled with blackheads, I've struggled with whiteheads, I've struggled with all of that stuff. So to get to a place that I'm at right now is actually a good place. But I actually feel I could get to an even better place. So I'm gonna be doing this treatment and it's called an algae peel. I'm hoping to get amazing results from it because I'm told the results speak for themselves. So let's go, guys. So for starters, we're beginning the treatment with a skin analysis, and this is where the therapist actually checks my skin and sees what kind of skin I have, what type of skin I have. Is it a normal skin? Is it an oily skin? Is it a combination skin? She's also checking to see if I have any whiteheads, blackheads. How are my pores? Are they open? Are they large? Are they enlarged? And all of that stuff. So when she's done, she now proceeds and just cleanses my skin. So she's cleaning it off, she's getting rid of all the bacteria that may be sitting on the skin, and just ensuring that the face is fresh and ready for the treatment. So pretty much she's just going to be using the peel, the algae peel on my face, and not as many products as you would assume this treatment would actually take. So the first sensation that I have is actually a pricking sensation. The moment she just applies the product on my face, I actually feel this prickling sensation, and I'm told I should also expect an increase in the heat. I should also expect reddening, so my skin is actually going to turn red, and that is very normal and is part of the treatment process. So the face will become sensitive to touch, and it will subside later after the treatment is done. So at least I'm told what I should expect, and I'm geared, I guess. I'm geared.
And to think there's a massage. Oh my gosh. I'm actually scared.
To see every time. Just for 5 minutes. For 5 minutes.
Okay.
So this treatment has a lot of benefits, which is why I'm still here. I'm still lying here despite whatever pain I'm feeling at the moment. This treatment increases cell renewal, and it also refines enlarged pores. I actually struggle with that. You could see from the beginning of the video when I did my analysis. And then it treats and reduces acne breakouts. I think I've dealt with the acne, and now I'm dealing with like the spots, you know. So this is great for me because I want to get rid of those. That is elimination of hyperpigmentation. And then it's also great for exfoliation. You know, it reduces dark circles around the eyes, so I don't get to look so tired and have two different tones on my skin. It slows down the production of sebum or oil. I'm not that oily, but I could do away with the rest of the oil anyway. It boosts skin radiance. Amazing. I'm all about the glow, honey. It unifies and mattifies the complexion, so I absolutely love that. It also, you know, improves sun damage and reduces wrinkles and improves the appearance of saggy skin. Of course, I want to look younger, so I had to do this. And then there's a reduction of scars and, you know, improves blood circulation. So it's actually an amazing treatment because it has all of these benefits, and I'm here for it.
I'm asking myself, will it get any worse than this? Melanie?
Huh?
Is it gonna get worse than this?
While you're waiting to get a big quiz.
Wow. Don't go there! Okay, I don't want to think about the pain, because if I think about it, I'll probably like back off and just say, you know what, take it out even before it's time. But I do feel like a sting. So they say it kind of feels like shattered glass. And yeah, I feel it. And right now that she stopped rubbing, it's not as bad. But it was really bad when she was like massaging it. I think towards after 3 to 5 minutes it got worse. So yeah, I'm feeling the pain, I'm feeling the stinging, but I'm just gonna keep it together because beauty is everything, even if it hurts. So yeah. I feel like my forehead wasn't touched. My cheeks are on fire.
Did I mention that this treatment is performed on all skin types and is ideal for both men and women? However, the response to the treatment and the healing process differs between the two sexes.
Okay guys, it's finally over. I couldn't wait for it to be over. Just joking. It wasn't so bad. So, okay, let's get real. The first part of it was actually really bad. It felt like it was stinging so bad, and the massage made it worse, you know. But when we actually got to the waiting part and massaging for the second time, I was just like, it's not going to get any worse than this, you know. So I could bear it. I could bear the pain. And now that we're actually done with it, I feel really good. I have not touched my face. but I can tell it's much smoother. And when I look at the consistency of the algae peel, it actually has like shattered glass particles in there, which is actually what we use to exfoliate or scrub our face, right? And with a scrub, we get rid of the dead skin, we get rid of the whiteheads, you know, and I actually feel like all that is gone too right now. And obviously with the skin analysis at the beginning, I had blackheads, and I actually feel that now that they've done this and it goes into the second dermis, then we actually got rid of that too. So I'm actually excited about this, and I cannot wait to see the results in a few days time. So in the next 5 to 7 days, my face is actually going to be peeling, and we're actually going to see the new skin underneath. I'm more concerned about the dark spots. So would you do this treatment? Let me know. I want to hear from you, so make sure to follow us on all our social media platforms. That's Luna Lifestyle TV on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And don't forget to follow me, of course, Mayuya the Beautypreneur. Until next time, bye.
It's amazing the things that women can do to their faces, but you know, I don't know. Maybe I need to check that out and see how I can help myself look even prettier, because So Sick is pretty. Okay, so said my mom. Rest in peace, Mom. All right, so coming up as well, we get into the kitchen, because not only did my mom tell me that I am pretty, she also said, Steve, you can cook. Growing up in a single mother home, it wasn't those things where, you know, ukwempa fefia and you're always out there doing manly things. It was like, hey, when it's time to do the dishes, it's time to do the dishes. We don't care whether you're a man, you're a woman, you're a dog, you're a cat, meowing or barking, you're doing it. My mom run that sort of household, so I learned a few things about cooking. Unfortunately, you always feel like the palate of the Zambian is always the same thing. I had a friend who opened a restaurant, and what she did, she used to marinate the fish, and the locals in that area were like, and that's what they like. So different palates, different things, but I feel like we always need to explore. So I taught Lombe Chiti a few things, because you know Lombe is that type of palate. She doesn't like spices, she doesn't like all these things. So it's a munch time immediate coming up, courtesy of moi.
It is munch time, and guess what? In our local language, we call it imilili, and there's no other person in the kitchen dressed like somebody ready to cook other than
Steve aka So Sick, and I'm here to surprise you, because most people think that I'm a yo, because I'm from that yo hip hop Tupac Biggie episode. We do not like cooking, but we do love cooking. I love cooking as well. I grew up in a family that loved to cook.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm actually one of those people that believe you can't cook, literally. So this for me is like, tell the truth and shame the devil. And they become that chick that does the, you know, minjoskis and the minyaspa and all. And so I can't just wait to see what you're doing. So what are you cooking for us today?
Okay, so today what we're having is basically a traditional Zambian meal, which is mince and rice. I always tell people, I'm a Hungarian sausage anyway. Tayana rice, tayana wadi. I'm a Hungarian sausage. Mince has been made for you so that you can enjoy having, you know, fresh meat that's been ground up. And some of these butcheries that you go to actually spice it up very well. There's this mince that is a bit grainy.
Yeah.
Like when you fry it, it just becomes small little balls and it's not tasty. Please don't do that. So we're going to put the mince here. We're going to add some water to the mince.
Okay.
Yeah. While it cooks, add some water. The reason why we're not frying the mince to start with is because we need to get a broth. And the broth is what you use for the gravy that you make when it comes to the mince. So you let the mince cook in that broth, which is pretty good.
And I've noticed you're using like warm water, you know, for the mince. Is that to like help it, you know?
The warm water makes the mince like you know, spread out a little bit more. Yeah. So there's the konde rice, and the konde rice, sometimes when you put too much water or put too little water, it doesn't either get cooked or not. So what you do, you fry it first. You put it put up a bit of oil, fry a little bit, not to a point where it's too crunchy, and then that's when you put water. That's what we get here. So let's get the rice and throw it in here. We'll share our lid there. We'll put the parboiled rice in there.
Chef Steve, Chef Steve,
Yeah.
Chef Steve.
I think we're a little bit too much water, but like I said, Pablo Rice doesn't care. Really doesn't care. Oops, we're putting everything. Oh, good. Oh, we're done. All right. So with
No measurements.
with the rice, obviously, if you don't want to get attached, you add a bit of your cooking oil, just a little bit, not too much, and then you throw in your salt. Salt is there for flavoring because rice can be a bit bland. Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. I was just going to do something more different from you. So we add we add the salt to it. We'll keep the salt here because we'll need it later as well.
Okay.
All right. So while these two things are cooking, what you need to do is now start preparing your salad. And the salad is very important because a salad needs to be had cold. So while this is cooking, you finish your salad, then you put it in the fridge.
Okay.
All the time. Warm salad doesn't taste nice at all. So what we have here is cabbage. I cut half a cabbage here. All you need to do, and what I have here is also some what is this again?
Ginger.
Some ginger.
Is it crushed, sliced, or?
It's grated ginger.
Oh,
you can also
grated,
get powdered ginger, but I feel like they take out the nastiness of nature
To my
from it.
roots,
Yeah,
you just want
the
to talk
peels, they
shit,
take that
yeah.
over. Then we also have apples. I know you like apples as well, but you can mix that with that. And then we also have our pineapples as well. And these big slices are for something else. I'll just put these there. But the thin slices are good for your salads. So we also have thin sliced onions available there. You wonder what the milk is here for? I'll let you know later on. And we also have our
Grated
tomato.
tomatoes.
We're not going to use that for the salad because it's just going to be messy. So what we need is get our cabbage all mixed up, nice and mixed up. And then we get, what I like putting in is first you get your vinegar. Put it in your cabbage, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, and you need to get dirty with it. So get some ginger as well. Mix it up in there too, but leave a bit of ginger for your mincemeat. So you mix it up in there. Have you seen how the colors coordinate?
they
it
are
looks like a
changing.
cereal, but it's not. All right, and then you get your apples. The apples, you put them in there as well. A bit of apples, you mix it up, and because if you mix sweet, bitter, and salty,
gives you a sweet sour taste.
yeah, so you put that. Those work well. So after you put that, now get some sugar.
Okay.
Get some
Need a
sugar.
spoon for that?
I don't use spoons. I just scoop things with my hands. So you put a bit of sugar there.
Okay.
You put a bit of sugar. Yeah. After you put a bit of sugar, put a bit of oil as well.
I'm following.
Yeah, not too much oil. And then you get your onions, you mix them up in there so that they add some color as well. Make sure you use red onion. That's some perfect color to that so that your salad looks a bit more fruitish and nice. So I know we have some pineapple. You're wondering what this pineapple is for. So pineapple is a bit sweet. The apples are a bit sweet too. Onion has its own taste, and cabbage has its own taste. So you need to add some more sweetness in this. So add some pineapple. Not too much, yeah. Just add some pineapple to that. And what you need now is your black pepper.
Spice into the
You add some black pepper. I know.
I'm
You're
not
getting
gonna
a bit
say
confused.
yeah.
It's not
Because
your
I'm
fault.
watching. You went
Yeah.
from color to like, get the red onion for color, and then taste, and then sweet and test, and I'm
Yeah.
like, black
So
pepper
after
now.
you're done with that, let's get the black pepper. Black pepper always works with anything. I put black pepper in anything. I could put black pepper in my mama if she was still alive. But put black pepper in everything. Make sure you move a little bit away from the black pepper because it's going to
it's
make you
quite
sneeze.
strong, eh?
Probably
Yeah.
mess up the episode of this show. Yeah? Yeah, so black pepper is needed for everything. Just mix it up all in there. And after you're done with that, now you get your salad dressing. Salad dressing is just basically repeating what you've done with everything. So you get your salad dressing.
Can I shake it
Oh,
a
this is
little
brand new. Oh yeah, shake it a little bit. Shake it a little bit. Yeah, thank you very much for that. So you get that, then you pour the salad dressing in there. You close it up. That's all you need. And then after you're done with that, thank you very much. After you're done with that, you put this in the fridge. And that's where you place this in the fridge, and so it becomes cold. So once you're done with that, it's going to be nice and cold, and you can put it on the side. It looks pretty nice.
Okay, so Steve, I can't find a small plate. I don't know what you can switch this with.
This will work because we have enough space for the pineapple to fit here. Actually, I brought more plates.
Can I have a taste of your pineapple?
No. You see, what I hate is when people are eating while cooking. Do you know why? It messes up your appetite, and then when I finish cooking, you just nibble a little bit, and I'll be so upset. So can we focus?
All right, fine. All right. You're the chef. You're the boss today. I feel like
all right. So now this broth needs to be poured into a bowl. Nice bowl. So all the dead animal is in there. All the things they tell you not to eat is in there. Then you squeeze it all out. Nicely squeezed out. Seen that?
Yep. All
right. So I'm hearing that our rice needs just a little bit more water. When anything in the kitchen stops making noise, just know it's burning. It just stops making noise. There's
a lady we used to live with who used to say,
yeah, so I think our rice has enough. So we'll let our mince dry a little bit by trying to get the water out of there.
Okay.
Yeah, so let the mince do that. So this broth, that's when now you can start adding things that will give it a little bit flavor because it's hot now. So you can pour your garlic in. It will get sort of soft cooked. You can pour big chunks of
so that's
onion.
why we had the big chunks of onion.
Big chunks of onion. You put them in there, and they'll just be waiting to be. You put some ginger as well. Okay. It's going to be a bit. You can taste it in there. And a little bit of pieces.
You feel that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can put that, and you can put also some ingredients like this.
Why are we adding apples again?
You can also add some
milk. Oh, so this is why we have the milk here.
Yes. So this milk helps out. You can also put what I don't like though, but you can also put some gravy thickener as well. I mean, this works, but they're usually so bland. I mean, I don't know which one you use, but you can put that as well. You can put that all in there. Mix it up. Since I'm black, I'm going to mix it up with the same thing I'm using for everything. So what milk does, it gives it a creamy taste. Whatever you're going to come up with is going to be nice and creamy and nice. So keep on stirring that.
I've never thought of using milk for gravy, trust me.
Yeah, it works. Just don't put anything that is too sour because it will become sour milk. All right, so the broth is now mixed with all these things. Some of them are half cooked.
And I can see that there's some softness happening.
Yeah, it's happening like that. So big chunks of this look really nice when you prepare the mince. The mince is now ready for its cooking oil because I think all the water has been poured out. So pour a lot of oil. I know oil is not good for you, but the mince has its oil as well. So you can use those natural fatty oils if you want to. So make sure that it now cooks, so it won't fry where it's nice and brittle. It will fry where it's nice and healthy. So now is the time for you to start putting in things like
what's your net?
Like the masala that we have. This is masala, and you can put this in at this particular point because most people put these things on at the end and they do not cook. Fish spice. So you put that in. I won't tell you how many scoops you want. I like my food very spicy, so I just keep on adding. It's crazy, the crazy thing that I do.
So you've put in your masala.
Yeah.
And okay. But
yeah. So
the rice is smelling like it's cooked, or it's simmering.
It's almost cooked. So what we'll do, we'll switch up because this plate is pretty hot.
Okay.
We'll switch them up a little bit, and if you can help me hold this, WPI.
Okay.
And then we put a bigger one here because seeing that this one is playing around, you know, these load shedding times.
I think I now see why men spend more time in the kitchen because I'm literally failing to hold this without a tea towel, and look at you.
Yeah, cool. So that we can leave to simmer a little bit so that it gets that richness out of it. So now all these big chunks, you know how long it takes these to cook. So you can throw them in now while they're...
Oh, so they fry with the mince.
Yeah, so you need to check out the texture of the things that you're cooking. Like we have big chunks of cabbage here. These take like less
You're also throwing them in?
Yeah, they take like less than whatever to cook. So you can throw in this as well. These take longer to cook as well. You can have them raw, but they're really nice when they are overcooked for me. I love them when they're overcooked because they just make it look so nice. Okay. So then we can talk about these big chunks of garlic.
Okay.
I mean, I like them big because they disintegrate nicely. Yeah? But
Oh yeah, like they just
become soft and
sometimes
delicious.
they dissolve into
Yeah, they just become soft. But when you put too much garlic, I've seen a lot of people like garlic. It has like a weird taste. Like there's
a very funny smell.
It's not like onions where you can put a lot of onions and it'll be fine. But it's like when you put too much garlic, it becomes like
Why would you wanna?
I'm just saying, like, or you smack like maybe a cockroach. You know that smell, that taste. That's what garlic becomes like. So when we start stirring here, it's coming up to.
I'm wondering when he is.
Make sure that you smash up the mince, because obviously after the boil, some of it sticks together and gets hard, but make sure you smash it up. And I'm going to emphasize the mince you should buy is not the mince seed, yeah. You know what to my way, yeah. Oh yeah. You can go now so that you can get proper mince. There's so many local butcheries that do proper mince. You don't have to go to that butchery that gives you terrible. So mix up the stuff in here.
So you let it fry for how many minutes? Like
until it just starts getting like a crispy sort of look. So right now it's a little bit brownish, but when it starts getting crispy, that's when you stop doing it. Feel free to add a bit more cooking oil if it's taking too long, but we advise to use even the fats from that. So now we need to put salt. The salt is very important. Where's my salt today? Oh, there it is. All right, so when you get the salt, I don't know how we measure salt. Some people like salt, some people do not, but I just use my hands. I get a little scoop. I do this, but it really tastes nice when you. So our rice seems to be done, and that can remain in there simmering for a little bit so that it's still nice and warm. I hate cold rice. When you have cold rice, it's not nice. No. So now let's add some pepper to this mix. So now you have this stock that you have. Remember the stock, we put everything in it. It has milk, it has everything. So now you put the stock. And it's rich from the way the mince was boiling. All that dead animal is still in here. Can you smell that?
I can smell something changing, I know.
Yeah, you smell that, how the milk makes everything just now start smelling fresh, sort of creamy. So now look at that. That is like a great mix of stuff. The colors are great. The smell is great. The texture. All you need to do now is cover it for a bit. But then you get these big chunks of cabbage as well. They're really good for them to add on to that, because cabbage takes a short period of time to cook. So it needs to still have its crunch when it's happening. So the stem of the cabbage, it's nice and crunchy when you put it in. So now we're putting in this big cabbage in here.
Can I have one more carrot?
Yeah. Oh, carrots. Why wasting carrots? Let's put that there. Now we can close up the lid. And then now we can start plating the rice, because our food is almost ready. And remember, we put our salad in the fridge already, so it's getting cold too. So we'll probably have a meal in the next 5 minutes or so. All right, so we're done with the cooking. Basically, now it's time for us to plate. Make sure that you keep your space clean so that everything is nice. So we've got our food ready here. Our mince is ready too. And it's looking like absolutely fantastic. Have you seen that? Have you seen the colors in that? And you've seen how the gravy is nice and thick. It's because of the peanut butter that we put in. All right, so let's... plating is very important. I see a lot of people just throwing things on the plate because they think, cool, yeah. So I like starting with rice by itself. Like, have you seen how nice this rice is? Yeah?
Yeah. Your parboiled rice.
Yeah, it's really nice. Put it in one corner.
Okay.
Make sure it's not going to mess around with a lot of things. Move the rice away. Oh, you want 2 plates, yeah? A plate for myself, a plate for you. So I'm really hungry, so I'm going to fill my plate up very much, yeah? So you place it on one side of the plate. Then you get I can move the rice away just a little bit. Then you get your nice food. Stir it up a little bit just to get all the richness in there. You've seen that. You put it there. You've got your cabbage, you put it there. Got this great gravy also.
Our chef is a messy cook.
Great gravy, put it there. Make sure you get all the onions, plate them, really nice. And then you get your salad, which you place just at the edge because it's cold, so it's going to be different from everything that you're plating. So put your salad on the side. Put the salad on the side here, and remember the salad has things that you don't normally put in a salad.
It's got the apples, it's got the pineapple.
It's
got black pepper.
I think we put a bit too much gravy, but I like my gravy.
It's got quite a number of flavors, hey? There's a bit of some sweet, there's a bit of some sour, and there's also some, what do you call it? It's got like a pepper-ish touch to it. I think that's the black pepper because the salad has some pepper and all those fruits in it. The mince, it's got some peanut, it's got some, what do you call it? It's got some sweet as well because bachisa put some more carrots and cabbage and but the rice is really good. Yeah, it's par
The rice is really just the rice?
Relax, I'm still giving my...
Like the rice?
Well, let's just say it's a good meal. Your body, let's not make him feel as bad as he should be feeling right now because he was putting in ingredients that I've never really seen go with mince and whatnot. But hey, it's a good meal. So if you want to try this at home, do try this particular meal and send us your reviews. Let us know what you think. What would you add? What would you remove from it? Food is courtesy of So Sick. Look at him enjoying his own bowl. But hey, I'm also going to be getting to dig into this food. To join us on the other side as we get into what's popping.
You know what? All these things that I put in there, I mean, some of these things could be dangerous to certain people. Like I told you before when we started on the show about somebody that I kissed once and they ended up in the ICU. My beautiful wife at the time. I like finko. I like these caterpillars, so I used to eat it. I didn't know she was allergic to it. So one time I kissed her, and then she just started acting weird. Like, oh, I can't breathe, I can't what? I was like, what's going on here? What is the problem? Next thing you know, she's at a local hospital run by the mines. Next thing you know, they said that she was almost going into cardiac arrest. And they stabbed her with an adrenaline needle to the heart, and that's when I knew allergies were really, really important. So what do you know about allergies? Or do you just wake up with a swollen face and say, oh, I've got a swollen face, it will go away? Do you know what's giving you a swollen face? You know, I actually also have a few issues with, you know that plant that we have at night, it's called Lady of the Night? Some people are really allergic to that. I saw it firsthand. Somebody's chest clogged up because I thought my neighborhood should smell nice, so we had Lady of the Night. So if you see those things around you, pay attention to it. But when you walk into these restaurants, whatever restaurant you do walk into, do you know what they've put in the food? And we know we're having chicken and chips, we know we're having all these things, but do we know what is actually in the food? Even if such, dude, yeah. Are we allergic to peanuts or groundnuts? Which one are you allergic to? Do they let you know? Well, something big happened, and Walt Disney is in trouble. Not only are they in trouble with the box office, but they're also in trouble with what's happening in one of their lawsuits. Well, this happened in August 2023. Walt Disney Co. on Monday agreed to have a court decide on a wrongful death lawsuit. Somebody died, brought by a widower in Florida after earlier arguing the case belonged in arbitrary because the man signed up for a trial streaming service Disney Plus in 2019. The lawsuit was filed by the husband of a woman who died last year. Can you believe somebody died from an allergic reaction after eating at a restaurant in the Disney Springs shopping complex in Orlando? And this is what they said. We believe the situation warrants a sensitive approach to expedite a resolution for the family who have experienced such a painful loss. Josh Amaro, chairman of Disney Experiences, told Reuters in an email statement saying, as such, we've decided to waive our right to attribution and have the matter proceed to court. The case began with Jeffrey Piccolo. His wife, Pano Porn, and her mother ate a Wrangling Road Irish pub and restaurant on October the 5th, 2023, last year. And pay attention, allegedly selecting the eatery because both Disney and this said restaurant advertised that it made accommodating people with food allergies a top priority. And despite alleged assurances from the waiter, they ordered the alleged allergen-free meal. She had an acute allergic reaction and died of asphyxiation from elevated levels of nut and dairy in her system, the complaint in Orange County said. In its initial response in April to the complaint, Disney made no mention of the attribution and instead arguing it was not liable because it was not control over the restaurant's operations or management and merely serves as its landlord. In another filing in late May, Disney offered a new defense saying that the complaint is subject to attribution based on Piccolo's Disney Plus subscription, as well as his use of the company's website in 2023 to buy the theme park tickets. So basically, this family decided, we love Disney so much, we're going to go to one of their restaurants. And Disney saying, you know what? These restaurants are part of our team, but we are just the landlord, and they have to cater to, you know, different guests a different way. So this particular restaurant said it would cater for allergies, and it did not. Somebody died from asphyxiation from this peanut allergies. So have you thought about food allergies? When you walk into your favorite restaurant with the love of your life, your children, do you figure out what your allergies are? Do you go to your doctors and ask them to figure out what your allergies are? Or do you just take Piriton and forget about it? Oh, the allergy is gone today, I feel better. People can lose their lives. So let's talk about food allergies and dining out and challenges that some of these people that have these allergies face. Individuals with food allergies often face anxiety when dining out due to the risk of cross-contamination. You know, I could be washing my dishes like I was doing it on Melita show. I could wash my dishes, but I mix it with a bit of peanut butter that I used earlier and mix it with your food, and that would happen. Like even the kiss, I didn't know that there was still particles of finkubala in my mouth. I kissed somebody and they ended up in the ICU. So that's what to talk about when it talks about cross-contamination. Are people washing their plates separately so that you can not get contaminated when it comes to allergies? And importance of clear communication. When you walk into a place, you need to know what the ingredients in the food is. Some people don't like garlic, some people do. Some people don't like this, people do. Some people don't like, they don't like halal. Halal meat. Some people like meat that actually is blessed and with halal. So those are some of the things that you need to know. Don't just walk into any restaurant and just say, okay, I'll put it into my system. I don't care, I'm hungry. Don't do that. So it needs to be clear communication, especially if you're a business owner. Clear and provocative communication between customers and restaurant staff is very crucial. Customers need to be informed, the staff, their allergies in detail, and staff must confirm their ingredients and preparation methods to ensure safety. So think about that next time you go and dine. And some of the tips I can give you today for, dining out safely if you have children who have that. I know I've got a child that suffers with allergies, so we're very careful what she eats and where she goes and what she does. We'll research restaurants ahead of time to find those good, reputable, accommodating restaurants with food allergies. Always carry, and this is very important, always carry emergency medication that can help you, like injectors. A lot of people are injecting themselves when they have a food allergy. If you don't, start calculating the distance between where you are and the next hospital. And is that hospital going to have the help that you need if you don't even know what the allergy is? So think about it. So many things need to be checked too. And then don't hesitate to ask detailed questions. If unsure, opt for simple, dishes that do not give you any allergies whatsoever. What you worry. I've never heard that. I'm addicted to kubunga. It just doesn't happen like that. And other things that you need to know is customer safety. If you own a business, customer safety is very nice. You don't want to hear that somebody died. Recently, there was a place that was selling shawarmas, and about 8 hospitalized because those shawarmas had been infected because they didn't wash the lettuce properly. So those chemicals happen. If they didn't know what that was, they know now. So how much business is that place going to lose? So importance of customer safety is very important. So the role of businesses in creating safe environments is all up to you. Businesses must implement strict safety protocols, including thorough staff training on handling allergies, clear communication channels, and regular audits to ensure compliance. Make sure that all these are ticked off on some of the things that you do, all right? And importance of clear labeling and allergen information is very important for you to get to. So what has this done for Disney and their image? All right, so Disney's role in the case with Disney, Walt Disney initially argued for attribution, while their decision to allow the wrongful death lawsuit to proceed in court indicates a willingness to address the issue publicly. But you know what these big multinational companies are trying to do? They know that if somebody actually died from this and they pay them off, they'll have 1,000 court cases that are going to come up from as far back as 1970 until today. So they really want to wash their hands of this. So if Disney says yes to this, they'll be putting themselves in a lot of trouble, but maybe it will show that they really care. But hey, who cares when you're making money? So other things that you need to know about allergies is the potential impact on your image as well. Disney's caring about their image too. So the importance of responsiveness to customer concerns is also very important. Don't wash your hands of things like this. So these are some of the things that we can talk about. Go on our Facebook page. It's Luna Lifestyle TV on Luna Today. What are your allergies and what can your local restaurant do to help you out in working out some of these things? All right, coming up on the show, we continue our beautiful show today, and coming up on the show we have What's Poppin' by yours truly, giving you some entertainment. Stay tuned. Hey, my name is Steve, aka So Sick, and welcome to What's Poppin' Ilelanga. Do you know when I knew I was getting older? Like, when you're walking around town, you're moving, people used to call you, hey Steve, come on, chewe. Wow, next thing you know, Uncle Steve, Uncle So Sick. And you're like, what's going on here? That's when you know you're getting older. So if I told you as a younger generation that there was a big hit in 2000, you look at it, 2000, all those years ago, but I remember it like it was yesterday. NSYNC was a mega group of a boy band, and everyone loved NSYNC. Apart from me, because I was into my hip hop thing. So NSYNC's song Bye 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 had a great choreography, and everyone still did it. Bye Bye Bye. Apart from me, because I was a cool kid. So if you are going to talk about entertainment, NSYNC is one of the biggest groups that came out of the end of the 1990s. And if you remember Justin Timberlake, because he's still relevant today, he's the guy to look out for when it comes to all the people that made it out of the group. There's always that one guy that makes it out of the group. The Jackson 5, it was Michael Jackson. Who remembers the rest? Nobody at all. Black Muntu, it was Leo Muntu. Who remembers the other Muntu? I don't care. We don't really care. So the song Bye Bye was released on January the 11th, 2000, and went to number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. Is it back in 2024, and why is it back? And do you know why these songs are back? There's a small little movie called Deadpool and Wolverine, which has brought 2 90s songs back to the fray. And one of them is also Goo Goo Dolls' Iris, which went to number 1 for 14 weeks on the Billboard 100 in 1998. Well, this year, in 2024, the songs have peaked with Bye 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 by NSYNC reaching number 14 and number 16 consecutively on the alternative and US top 10 Billboard charts. Why have they done this? Because Wolverine and Deadpool came out about a week and a half ago and has grossed about 900 million worldwide, has a part in the movie where Bye 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 but NSYNC has been played, and guess what? Kids that were watching Wolverine and Deadpool's movie, they were like, what's that song? What is that song? They went to YouTube, they went everywhere, and they found it. And they started listening to it. Next thing, it was being played on radio stations. Next thing, the Billboard says, what's going on here? Why is this getting so much airplay? And now it's at number 18 and number 14 consecutively as well. The Iris has reached number 55 and number 58 on the Billboard charts as well. So these artists are making money while being old men. All right, so listen to some of this music and enjoy it. And make sure you watch Deadpool and Wolverine so you know what I'm talking about. Because what's poppin'? Ilelanga. You know, in my day, rappers used to die from, beef or things like that. These days, rappers are dying because they show the location on Instagram and somebody decided to rob them. But guess what? If your parents are going to tell you, rob this person, that means something is wrong. A 42-year-old man has been found guilty of multiple charges, including murder, robbery, and conspiracy in connection with the shooting death of rapper PNB Rock in September 2022. Trone's 16-year-old son, who is 19, was accused of carrying out the shooting in Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles restaurant, where PNB Rock was eating with his girlfriend. The girlfriend said that he saved her life by actually making sure that she was, protected from the bullets that came through. What was the motive for the killing? Because they wanted to rob him, because he sent a location about where he was eating with his girlfriend, and what time he was going to be there. So, hey, this is what's happening in the world of entertainment. Coming up, more entertainment news. My name is Steve, aka So Sick. That's what's popping in Elanga. You look at me and look like a young man, but I've been a father for like 21 years. More people coming up, asking me for advice and everything. One of the young men that's been asking me for advice recently is Danny TSG Humane, who had his child just a few weeks ago, the first ever. I guess he won't be called Bashi anymore. He'll be called something else. He'll be called Bashi somebody. So he's taken out a brand new song featuring one of the most iconic people that have come out so far. His name is JC Kalinks from Luansha. So Luansha and Ndola and Kittrick got together and collaborated on this. You should see this video. It's pretty awesome. It goes through the stages of finding out what the sex of the child is, to what the beautiful wife Mena went through, and we'll be talking to him as well. So let's talk to Danny TSG and find out what his journey is looking like right now.
Yo, what's good, what's good? I go by the name Danny TSG Humane, Mr. Don't Tell him. Mushipe. No London Asana, GPI, Lishipi kwa mudala. Thank you so much for having me. Yes, this is my first time being a father to a child that I have here with me. The first time I was excited about being a dad or being a father was when we had a child that did not make it. We lost our first child to an ectopic pregnancy in 2021, but the Lord has blessed us with a baby girl. So excited, first time. His name was Daniel. He was a loving husband, a loving father. I remember he would show up for my sports day, or when I'm performing at school, he would come through. And he supported my music career. It wasn't a career at the time. He supported my music journey. Let me say journey, because I started doing some school performances as early as grade 6, and so just to have him support me and tell me keep writing this music of yours. And I was in a music club at the time, and he supported that. He wanted me to go out for trips. So I remember that as being present in my life, showing me as much love. In times when I wronged him or did something that's off, he would discipline me. He would give me a good beating and give me a good hug after that. And I saw him providing for us. When he gets paid, it was an amazing time. Dad is going to, take us to a nice place somewhere. We're going to have chicken and chips. Because at the time, it was good to have chicken and chips from out there, because there would be chicken and chips in the home, like the potatoes would be there. But just to know that we're going out, or he's gotten me a toy, or he's gotten me a phone, I think that meant a lot. Just that love language of gifting people in the home. I remember seeing that, and he was a no-nonsense type of person when it comes to academics. He pushed me to study hard and work hard. He also reminded me of the fact that I needed to fear God and live a life that is in order and is guided by God. So that's what I remember about my dad. Has the experience of me being a father taught me about my parents? Most definitely. I think it's always weird, you know, when you look back and just think through how they made it look easy, you know. It's taught me that the soft life, or the good life, let me not call it soft life. Nowadays, soft life means something else. The good life that our parents gave us, or that my parents gave me, yeah, is not to be taken for granted. And by good life, I don't mean material things and all sorts of things. I mean a decent home where you can actually see a structure and be guided in life. Because, you know, to go through life, you need to be trained, you need to be guided, you need to be coached. Yeah, so just seeing how they did that, yeah, it has me thanking them. They can't hear me now because they're both not here. Dad passed on in 2009 and mom passed on in 2022. So yeah, just looking back at their sacrifice, their selflessness, yeah, it's inspiring. Yeah, and now looking at myself through those lenses, I'm like, wow. Yeah, so I need to provide for this child. I need to be there for this child. I need to, yeah, just do the right thing, because there's potential that this child can one day say, Dad was not there, or Dad did not love Mom, or, you know. But at the same time, there's potential for this child to say, Dad did what he could, and Dad was there for us. So it's definitely taught me a lot about my parents, and I'm grateful to them. I can't wait to meet them one day just to say thank you. I think they did. They set a good example for me. And when I look back, like I mentioned, I remember a loving home. It wasn't perfect. There were times when we saw them argue and have issues, but there was a healthy way to resolve those issues, you know. There was provision, there was fun, there was Christmas, and it was happy, and there was times when they're not talking as they should and they are having a conversation in their bedroom, but they never subjected us to toxic traits of violence or you know, some of the stuff we see today. And I'm saying us because it was me and my young sister Nancy. Yeah, so the structure and the pattern I remember seeing was healthy, and I think I would love to pattern our home and just structure our home in that way. It won't be perfect. I'll fall short sometimes, my wife will fall short sometimes, and all of that, but I think the goal is to put in the work that's needed to make the home healthy and good for the child and children, if the Lord blesses us with more. Yeah, we've been married for some time now. Well, yeah, a bit of time. For like 3 years and some months. We celebrate our 4th anniversary in a couple of weeks, on the 7th of November 2024. And this new season obviously has implications. Yeah, it's challenging, it's new, it's very different, you know, because before, when I get home, or when my wife and I get home, because we were pursuing education together, she was studying and I was studying, and also trying to push my music career, trying to do some work and just do everything. She was also trying to do some work, and then, you know, running a business together, trying to push that. So we are coming from a season of just the two of us figuring things out, and when we decide, hey, we're not cooking today, let's eat out, let's do, yeah, you just quickly do that, to a new season of, yeah, we need to ensure there's water in the flask, we need to make this, we need to do this, we need to, oh, it's time to bath the baby, you know, you're grabbing some things, you're trying to do a few things, you know, that's very new. It's different, exciting, obviously, challenging here and there, and it comes with a lot of struggle as well, because sometimes you feel like this little person has come to flip our life upside down. You know, you struggle to accept that reality, and it's not going to stop now. At least from the counseling I've gotten from people, it's only the beginning. You know, when they are toddlers, they come with their own issues. When they are teens, they come with their own issues. When they are young adults, they come with their own issues. And then you have to let them go when they have to get married, or when they want to get married. So yeah, I'm praying to God that I get to see a lot of that. I'm grateful to God that Mom got to see me get married. She always wanted to meet the grandchild. Yeah, but the Lord had other plans. So all in all, it's come to change us. We are embracing the change. And at times, obviously, it's hard. We are being gracious with each other as a couple. We've never done this before. We've never lived with our own child that needs us 24/7. Yeah, so looking forward to where this journey gets to go as God helps us. Yeah. Why JC Kalinks? Well, I think he's a gifted artist. He knows what he is doing. He's dedicated. He's investing in his art, and he made himself available. He came through to our studio. We had good chemistry. We sampled a few songs off my upcoming album. So yeah, don't tell him. There's an album on the way. So yeah, as I was saying, he made himself available. We went through music and settled for that particular one. He connected, he vibed with the song. We started working, and yeah, we made a beautiful song which people are connecting with. It warms my heart to know that you can make a song that a family can sit and listen to without having to say, hey, press next, Mulinselo, or feel some type of way or get uncomfortable. So yeah, that's beautiful. It's a blessing to be able to do that, and JC brought the vision to life. Originally, the song was supposed to have Killer So Good, or Killer from So Good. We still call him that. A brother who is one of the most streamed artists on Spotify in Southern Africa. He should be top 10. Yeah, so that was the brother who originally should have been on that song, but we settled for JC and put Killer on another song on the album. So yeah, that's why we picked JC, and big ups to the brother. Well, that's a tough question. But I think she'll love the song, not because she'll be a hip-hop head like me, but because I was writing from the heart, and she's going to appreciate that, saying dad was thinking about me, and this is what he said about mom. And sometimes you get to appreciate a lot of those things. Like when I look at photos today, and I see dad at some of my school events, I see mom, celebrating a birthday with me, mom and dad. Yeah, that gets to give me a sense of, oh, I was loved, Other people today might not love me, but my own parents loved me, and yeah, so I think based on the fact that I wrote from the heart, and it's a thoughtful song, it's personal, it's intimate, and I'm sharing it with the world, she's going to connect with the song on that basis. Yeah, and if she loves hip-hop, let's get it, don't tell her. So yeah, go check out My Child. It features JC Kalinks. It's available for streaming on all major digital platforms. if you're a parent dedicated to your kid, you won't go wrong. On the song, I'm just trying to advocate for, you know, a healthy way of looking at children. No matter the circumstance, no matter what happened, it might be out of wedlock, it might be a messy, dramatic situation, but if God blesses you with a child, you ought to be there for that child. You ought to fight to provide for that child. Yeah, and that's what I'm doing. That's what our parents did for us. So we have to do the right thing as a society. You can't make a child, you know, that fun day, you go out and make love to that person and you make life, and then a child is born into this world and you don't want to be there for them. I think that's a recipe for depression, and a lot of kids get to be hurt by that and fail to heal properly. Others get to heal and become the best of dads because they're present and they don't want their kids to experience what they experienced. So all in all, what I'm saying is that this song is aimed at celebrating the gift of fatherhood, motherhood, the gift of being a parent to a child somewhere. So I hope you love it. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much, Luna TV. Don't tell him I told you. Mushipe. Really appreciate this.
Hey, I wish you, Danny, the best of luck, and I hope the next child that you name will be named Steve So Sick, whatever your surname is, humane. We love you, man, and keep the faith going and keep the fire burning as well. Coming up on the show, more things, but hey, that's what's popping. Yalanga, yapiabo. Have a good one.
Bouncing one. Bouncing, baby girl.
I'm serious?
Yeah.
But you were supposed to tell us.
No, it's good you told us.
Oh, you didn't want to know. You did.
It's Jay-Z.
Mena TSG Art House.
Whereas for the wise and cross.
It's Polly G on the beat, boy.
Don't tell him I told you. Ship him. Yeah, listen. Dear baby girl, mommy and daddy waited for you for so long. Insansa ngeumfwapa nimulaste so gonga kodoni kunumoku yali yakaba kwali kulila lila batapanafika feeling good at ule panta muskan ku hospital iwe ule mpangalaka ani yinkalata, hold it close to your heart. We love your energy, you active, we know you for that. Oh look at that, now ginger life yesu walitema minyo niwe type yesu. I hope you know yesu when you grow up, Mufibi na Mufisuma, he will show up. Look, we've been praying for you while you acting up in mommy's tummy. Ala wali tu pesha, but gudunesi ya kwalesa tu laimona mu pressure. Woo! So we stay put, trusting God, muli fiance, just like we should. You a prayer answered, baby girl. Unbelievable that you hear quite till you
Nifuna usibe Chimwemwe chewa tipasa sitinga fotokoze. Better know say this life is not always rosy, but the osawala Bisa kukwililila through it all, yeah.
Baby girl, one day na we ukakula. Hope you'll be like your mom. Nakatina kakwa katula ngakatula kasuba. She's hands-on, busy working. Ganakaba na life, she keeps me from stressing. Pano talo fingi ukapunga. Ulubembu nalo lwingi ukatunkwa. Ukakungwa na bantu abakatumpa. But keep on focusing on God. Lekakushupa, lekakututamu. Amanwa yako wela. Cause best believe ulubembu bamo oh batovela. And it's quite sad, I see a broken world living life with no regard for God. I pray you find your balance, cause others have gone bananas and my manners while I know balance. Hard times reveal true colors, Yadikaba. Find a little girl dating Amamu Dallas. My promise to you is that I will do my best. Kuku panga panga, and to God I will leave the rest. Cause life yadwa spiritual, they are bana Yadikaba. You would think in it chili so.
Nifuna usibe Chimwema chewa tipasa sitinga photocose. Better know say this life is not always rosy. But the osawala Nisa kukwilila through it all, yeah.
Hey, thank you very much, Danny TSG Humane. Being a father is very hard. I should know, I've got 4 really annoying children, but I love them to death. All right, so now let's find out about infidelity. I'm not talking about the infidelity that gets social media buzzing. Oh, hey, I'm talking about infidelity. Everyone is on Siri these days. Hi, Siri. Siri, how did I sleep? Oh, how long did I sleep, Siri? But what about Alexa? Alexa's not getting any love. And we have Makasa Kaunda, who's going to let us know why maybe you should start cheating on your Siri in Digital Digest as we unpack the Alexa.
Welcome to Digital Digest, where we talk about tech. Alexa, call Steve so sick. No, this can't do that. My name is Makasa Kaunda, and something that can do it is, drum roll please. This is Amazon's newest product. This is the Echo 10. It's basically a tablet with a speaker attached to it, or a speaker with a tablet attached to it. But what's so special about this speaker with the tablet attached to it is because it has Alexa's virtual assistant. Now, Alexa's virtual assistant is developed by Amazon. It's the brain behind a range of devices commonly known as Echo devices, like this one we have right here. It allows users to interact with Alexa voice commands, enabling tasks like playing music, setting alarms, and controlling smart home devices. Alexa's journey has come a long way. Amazon has been creating these smart devices for a long time. They've had about 10 plus Echo devices. Wait, I have a list. They had the Amazon Echo, the 1st gen and 2nd gen. They had the Amazon Echo Dot, 4 gens, the Amazon Tap, the Echo Look, the Echo Show, the Echo Sport, the Echo Plus, Echo Flex, Echo Studio, and now the Echo 10. They don't really have specific ways of numbering them. They don't act like Apple and have like Echo 1, Echo 2, Echo 3. So I don't know exactly where the 10 came from. But let's unbox this and let's take a look at it. So when you open it, first thing you see is a 30-watt power brick, which is pretty standard now. I think if you get anything less, you will be taking 5 years to charge your phone. The boxing is pretty, the box is pretty minimalistic. It has this cool Amazon logo all over it. It just has the power brick, a bunch of manuals in this little small pocket right here. Let's throw it away. And drum roll! We have the speaker with a tablet attached to it. At first glance, it's really good. It's really nice. I like this finish that it has on it. The tablet itself is a 10.1 inch tablet, so it's pretty big. So it's important to clarify that the Echo 10 is actually the Amazon Echo Show 10. This device stands out due to its unique combination of audio and visual interactive features. The key features of the Echo 10 are, it's got a rotating screen. Well, the rotation is not really on the screen, it's at the bottom of the Echo 10. So this bottom plate right here is what rotates, and hence the rotating screen. It's got really good audio. I think Amazon has had really good audio from their first iterations to now. It has video calling, and this is apparently automatic panning. So you will always stay centered in the frame. You will always stay centered in the frame. And it's also an entertainment system. Obviously you can access things like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, and also access features such as Spotify, Apple Music, if you can connect it to your phone, and you can play music. The speaker is apparently really good and surround sound. This has about a 13 megapixel camera, which is ideal in today's world. It will get the job done. You will get some crisp picture. And one of my favorite features on this is this right here. It's got a privacy feature. So you don't need to put tape on your camera anymore. You can just, it's a click of a button, and it's got a really nice, I can say matte finish to it. This is matte. It's a plastic finish, but it's a plastic cover, but it's got a really nice matte finish. It feels really premium. It doesn't feel cheap or janky. Even the buttons have like really good tactile feedback. Listen to this. I think that's dope. And additional features that it has a drop-in feature. What does that mean? It means it can connect with other Echo devices in your home. So if you have the previous Echo devices, you can always connect it with this device. And as well, I think it's a really good product if you want everything all in one. I don't know if I would really get one. I think when I'm cooking, and I can only picture myself using this when I'm cooking because I want to listen to music, maybe talk to my mom so that she can give me cooking advice, and it can follow me around, the screen can follow me around the kitchen. And that's something cool. I think that's something that you can use, but just basically having it as a speaker system and as an infotainment system and an entertainment system, it's a really good product from Amazon that they've done here. One of the things that's weird for me is if we go to the back, if we go to the bottom, where it has Amazon branding everywhere, which is so good. But if you go to the bottom, the charging dock is right at the bottom of the speaker, which if you get your power brick here, you have to sort of slot it through this notch here and then plug it in, which I think is a weird hassle. Why not just put it on the side like normal people? Amazon. But no, I'm not gonna knack it because you can still put the Echo down and it won't lean because it's got a notch in there, and it will still have its full range of motion, which is good. Something else that I found annoying, I think it's a security feature, but I found it pretty annoying, is when you power this up, you can't actually use it until you log into Amazon and verify that you purchased this from them. It being a speaker, I think that was overkill, in my opinion. Why don't you just let it go on, and if you need to access different features, then you have to log in, because I mean, if I can't buy an iPhone and I can't access it until I verify that I bought it from Apple or a Samsung, and can't access it because I have to verify that I bought it from Samsung. It's a speaker, for God's sake. At least let me just access the bare minimum, a Bluetooth function. But one thing that's really good about this as well is the Alexa system is really intuitive. The AI Alexa is really intuitive. But over and all, I think this is a good product. It might be a product for you. Leave a comment in the comment section below and follow Lunar Lifestyle to know more about this product.
And you know, it's funny that we talked about infidelity, because you know, a long time ago, all these gadgets used to get viruses. You can get viruses. You get viruses by messing with different things. So yeah, keep it safe. You know, put that software that you need for you to keep yourself safe. All right, coming up, we have one of the most bubbly people I've ever met. But the bubbliness is great because these are some of the things you can teach your children and let them know how they can be safe. Yes, we've gone to school, but sometimes those things don't work out. The degree doesn't work out. Maybe you had it. You did a degree in how to make sand, and then you know you found out the whole world was made of sand and it was already there, so why should you be making it? I don't know. But anyway, Chi-Chi's coming into the studio and we're going to find out more about how you can make, you know, just a little bit of money by just what your grandmother and your mother taught you. Just pay attention.
Hi, welcome to the DIY segment. My name is Chilama Zulu, and on today's DIY tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make a pepper ribbon. Others call it a bowl, a pepper bowl, but I call it a pepper ribbon. So with this pepper ribbon, I'm going to give you a number of tips on what you can use it for or where you can use it, okay? But before we get to that point, I'm going to take you through the steps on how you can make this beautiful pepper ribbon. So to start this tutorial, I'm going to run you through what you will need for making this beautiful pepper ribbon. So you will need a pair of scissors. Make sure you always have this in your home or in your space. It's very important. You need double tape or cello tape. Or let me just say you need any tape that's got that sticky effect. Yeah, it will work very well. And you need the ribbon itself, which is pepper. It's also called a pepper ribbon, yeah, because we have a lot of ribbons. There's satin ribbon, we have the, you know, there's that ribbon that they use to do the cakes and all. Yeah, so this is the paper ribbon and not the satin ribbon, because satin ribbon in most cases is used for cakes. It can also be used for what I'm gonna use the ribbon for, but in this case, with this type of ribbon, you need the pepper ribbon because it will give you that extra bounce when you're making the ribbon. Yeah, I don't know if you know what I mean when I say bounce, but I mean the fluffiness. I think that's the best description I can give. Okay, so to start this tutorial, we're gonna start with rolling this pepper ribbon. So you're gonna roll out the ribbon because you need that extra amount of ribbon as you are rolling it. So you need to roll it out as much as you can so that we can have a good bouncy ribbon. You know what I mean when I say bouncy ribbon, like the one I showed you? Yeah, so let's go. We're gonna roll it out. It will look messy, but at the end of the day, we're trying to make something very pretty. So let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's roll it out, let's roll it out. Let's roll it out, let's roll it out, let's roll it out. Okay, there we go. So this ribbon, you'll find it in most gift shops near you. Yeah, I think even these supermarkets, some of the supermarkets have them. Yeah, but in most cases, you'll find them in these gift shops. Yeah. So when you roll out the ribbon, it's gonna look like this. Messy, right? But this is what it's gonna look like. But all in all, what we wanna do is have the finished product. So don't mind the messiness right now. Okay, so let's roll. So when you roll out the ribbon, I beg your pardon, we're gonna roll this a different way. Not the way the ribbon is rolled, but a different way. Like you're going around, like you're drawing a circle, like in this motion. Yeah, that's how you're gonna roll this. So you get this end of the ribbon and fold it. So it depends on the size that you're making, I must say. You can make different sizes of ribbons. yeah? But for now, we're making this size. So when you roll out this ribbon, it's gonna look like that. It looks messy, I must say, but all in all, what we wanna do is come out with this product. Okay, so the size of the ribbon that you're making should be measured by where you're gonna put it, okay? So you can make you can even make something bigger than this or something smaller than this. But then again, as you are rolling this ribbon, you need to also know how long you're gonna fold this edge, okay? Depending on the size that you're gonna make. So since I'm making this size, which is like a medium size of a ribbon, I call this a medium size. Maybe others would call it small, but for me it's a medium size. I'm gonna make sure my folding is on a medium fold. Yeah, medium fold. So it's gonna look like this. I think the medium fold will be somewhere there. If you can see that. So yeah, then we start folding, like I said, in this motion. That's how you fold. So you fold as much layers as you can. If you want it to be fluffy, you need to fold a lot of layers. Not the whole ribbon, no. Just, even as you are folding it, you feel the thickness. You feel the thickness and you say, okay, I can end here, yeah. So as soon as it starts getting thick, I think then you know that we're getting somewhere, yeah. So let's roll the ribbon. Let's keep rolling the ribbon together. Let's keep rolling this ribbon together so that we see what we can get at the end of the tutorial. Yeah, let's go. Roll that ribbon. Make sure you roll it until you get that thick layer. Because the thicker the layers, the bouncier the ribbon. Yeah. So let's do this, let's do this, let's do it. You know, some of these skills are needed. They are needed, not because, okay, yeah, some people would use them to make some money, okay? We all like money, right? But others, you would just want to know, because the times when you find yourself in a situation where you need this and you don't have any, you know, any store nearby or any vendor who does these things nearby, and you're panicking, you're under pressure, and you need a ribbon done. You need a ribbon done for whatever, you know, event or maybe whatever thing you want to use it for. And you just remember, oh, I saw something on the DIY, so let me give it a try, you know? So this is why you need some of these tips. They come in very handy, trust me. So we're still rolling, don't get bored, but all in all, we want to make that pretty puffy ribbon, okay? So the thickness has started, so I still want it a little bit thicker because I want to make it as puffy and, you know, fluffy as possible. So let's keep rolling, let's keep rolling. Let's keep rolling, let's keep rolling. Keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling, keep rolling. Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're almost there. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna end there. So where you end, okay, you need to cut this off, the excess, okay? So we're gonna cut it off together like that. Put it aside. So when you cut off that excess, this is what you're gonna get, okay? Please don't let go of the edges. Once you let go of the edges, you're gonna go back to square one, and we don't want that. So make sure when you roll, you hold the edges as firm as possible. So after that, we're gonna cut the tips of the, you know, of this. So we're gonna cut off this tip, that tip, we'll turn it around, cut off this tip and the other tip. So let's start cutting together. So you place your scissors right at the tip of this edge and cut that off like that, okay? Cut the other side, same technique. Flip it, cut the side, same technique that we used. Cut the other side, okay? So at this point, you have to open this now, okay? The center. You have to open the center. It will look like a circle and combine it with the other side. Remember, you cut two, the top and the bottom side on the edges. So you combine you tie where they meet, like that. So when you combine them, it's gonna look like this, okay? Remember, you have to open before you combine, then you combine the two, was like that. You open, it's gonna give you that. Then you combine them like this, okay? So when you combine them like this, it's gonna give you this. And then we tie. We have to tie because it has to be firm. Like I said, you cannot afford to let it go. Once you let it go, we're going back to this first stage, okay? Then you get a string. From the same ribbon, make sure you cut off a string like that. It should not be thin and it should not be too thick. And it should not be too long, it should not be too short again. At least just a normal size, okay? That you're gonna use to tie. Others use a piece of wire. Others use just normal cotton, like you just make a thick layer and tie it up. But for me, I prefer to use the same ribbon because it's gonna give that uniform look. It's not gonna have that rainbow look, no. So I like to use this because it's better. And it will just also allow you not to have so many things to use. Because imagine you have a cord, you have thread on you, you have a wire on you, you have so many things. So sometimes it's always nice to use what you have readily available, okay? So that's the reason why I'm using the same ribbon to tie this, this part of the process, okay? So you make sure you tie it tight, not too tight again because this ribbon can cut. If you're too hard, you know, just make sure you give it that grip, okay? And then tie again. So when you tie, it's gonna give you this. And it will even fold already to look like a bow. You know those bows that like the, what do you call this? The Mickey Mouse type of bow or something like that? Yeah, it looks like that, sorry, like that. So now, at this stage that we have reached, okay, we're gonna now start the process of making the ribbon itself, the bow, depending on what you call it. I call it a ribbon, like I said. So then you start removing the layers, okay? So you're gonna have a uniform, it's got a uniform on how you pull out the layers, okay? So the first layer is this single strand of which you're gonna push to the front, okay? Then the second one you push to the back. The first you push to the front just like that until you finish the whole layers, okay? So let's push all these out together. So like I said, it's front and back, front and back, front and back until you finish all the layers, okay? Back, front and back. Okay, so we finished one side and it's already taking shape. So let's do the other side as well. So front and back. So the secret with having these layers pushed like the way I'm doing them and they are firm and they're not moving is that knot that I showed you at some point during the tutorial. You have to ensure it's tight enough so that it doesn't move, so that there's that evenness, okay? So you have to make sure it does not move. So we're still pulling out the layers from this ribbon, and yeah, we finished pulling out all the layers. And as you can see, the ribbon is done, okay? The ribbon is done, and it looks pretty, right? So that's our ribbon that we have right now. There it is. Voila! That's the ribbon. So at this point, as you can see, this one that I showed you at first, okay? It's just showing the whole ribbon itself. This one, on the other hand, there's the ribbon and there's these strands, okay? So what you can do is, if you like these strands, because they add some beauty as well, you can leave them. But I prefer to cut them off so that the beauty of the ribbon is seen, okay? So we're gonna cut out these strands, okay? Let's cut them out together, like that, okay? Like that. So this is what we get when you cut, so that the beauty of the ribbon is seen, okay? Okay, so this is the final product of what I was making, the ribbon, the bow, whatever you can call it, whatever is good for you. So what you can use this ribbon for, you can use it for a gift, okay? You can put it on a gift wrap, gift box, a box like this, okay? So you can put it there. That's the reason why I said you need the tape, because you need the tape to secure this on the box, okay? So that it fits like that. You can use it on card decor for a wedding. You can also use it for a knife, like, you know, those knives that they'll use at a wedding to cut the cake. You can use that ribbon, or this ribbon rather, to decorate the knife and all. So until next time, it's your girl Chilama Zulu on this DIY segment. See you on the other side.
You know, we took you on a trip. Thanks for joining us for the first one. And that is Luna Today and Luna Lifestyle TV. Catch us on our Facebook page. It's Luna Lifestyle. Check us out on Instagram. We're popping, baby. We're popping. Popping. All right, you know, a lot of things to be learned, but let's all open our eyes to a lot of the possibilities that life has for us. I know when you're seeing something, it's probably like really close by or really far away. Touch it. Find out what it is. And that's what Luna Today is all about. And when you actually get the chance to go to our Facebook page, make sure you like it. Tell your friends about it. Like, okay, yes, we can talk about celebrities. Yes, we can talk about that. But this is the nitty grits. This is the people that actually talk about it. So, hey, like our page, like mine too. It's Steve So Sick and Mube on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever it is. And it is Luna Lifestyle TV. Catch me for another one coming soon to a Facebook page called Luna Lifestyle Today. And thank you very much to all the producers, everybody that worked hard to get this. Oh, you ladies look beautiful today on the show. And keep on keeping it lifestyle. I'm out of here.